Most people think the Good Samaritan is simply a story about kindness, and in one sense it is. But Jesus is doing something far deeper. Most people remember the Samaritan who stopped, but the story also asks us to notice the priest and the Levite who passed by. The most important detail may not only be the man who helped, it may be the two men who kept walking. Why did the people who looked closest to holiness pass by the wounded man on the road? That question is where the pattern begins. The story starts with a lawyer. He stands before Jesus and asks what he must do to inherit eternal life. Jesus turns the question back to him. What is written in the law? The lawyer answers, well, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus tells him he has answered correctly. But the lawyer is not finished. The text says he wanted to justify himself, so he asks another question. And who is my neighbor? At first, that sounds like a reasonable question. It sounds like someone trying to understand the law more clearly. But it is not neutral. It is a boundary question. He is not asking how to love. He is asking where love stops. He is asking who is inside the circle and who is outside it. Who must he love, and who can he safely ignore? Where does his responsibility end? This is not about curiosity. It is about limits. It is about drawing a line around obligation and standing safely inside it. Jesus does not answer directly. Instead, he tells a story. A man is going down from Jerusalem to Jericho. That detail matters. The road descends. It moves away from the holy city, away from the temple, down into the wilderness. The movement is not only geographic, it is symbolic. The man is going down, away from sacred space, into danger, into exposure. The man is stripped. He is beaten. He is left half dead on the side of the road. The road becomes more than a location. It becomes a place of human vulnerability. The man has no name, no status, no visible identity, no tribe, no profession, no social category. He is simply wounded. This is not random. The story removes every label except need. Before the man is a neighbor, he is a wounded body on the road. Before he belongs to any group, he is simply human and suffering. The pattern is doing something. It is stripping away everything that might let someone decide whether this person counts. Then a priest comes down the road. He sees the man, and he passes by on the other side. Then a Levite comes. He also sees the man, and he also passes by on the other side. Most people see this and miss the pattern. The priest and the Levite are not villains. They are not hypocrites in the simple sense. They are not evil men. They represent sacred identity, religious status, temple nearness, and visible belonging to the world of worship. In the world of the story, they are the ones who should know what holiness looks like. They are the ones closest to the center of religious life. But Jesus places religious status beside a wounded body, and they keep walking. The story is not saying religious identity is meaningless. It is asking what happens when religious identity meets human suffering and keeps walking. It is asking whether nearness to sacred things can exist without mercy toward the wounded. Whether holiness means anything if it cannot cross the road. The priest sees. The Levite sees. But seeing is not enough. They see and they pass by. They keep their distance. This is the tension of the story. And it is not resolved by condemning them. It is resolved by showing what mercy looks like when it moves. Then a Samaritan comes. This is where the story turns. Jews and Samaritans had deep religious, ethnic, and historical division. They worshipped at different sites. They claimed different sacred traditions. They interpreted the law differently. They did not associate with one another. The division was not casual. It was centuries old. The Samaritan is not just a nice stranger. He is not a neutral third party. He is the person the original listener might not expect to become the moral center of the story. He is the outsider. This is not random. The outsider becomes the image of mercy. Jesus could have chosen anyone to stop. He could have made the third traveler a faithful Israelite who fulfilled the law, but he does not. He makes the one who acts the one who does not belong. The Samaritan sees the man. He has compassion. He approaches him. He binds his wounds. He pours oil and wine over them. He lifts the man onto his own animal. He brings him to an inn. He pays for his care. He promises to return and cover any additional cost. But once you see it, the contrast becomes clear. The priest and the Levite see and pass by. The Samaritan sees and comes near. Mercy is not only a feeling. Mercy moves. Mercy bends down. Mercy touches. Mercy binds. Mercy pours. Mercy carries. Mercy pays. Mercy returns. Each action matters. The Samaritan does not only feel compassion, he approaches. He does not only approach, he binds wounds. He does not only bind wounds. He pours oil and wine. He does not only treat the wounds, he lifts the man. He does not only lift him, he carries him. He does not only carry him, he brings him to safety. He does not only bring him, he pays. He does not only pay once, he promises to return. Mercy becomes movement, cost, touch, time, and responsibility. The priest and the Levite kept their distance. The Samaritan crossed the road. Then Jesus asks the lawyer a question. Which of these three, do you think, proved to be a neighbor to the man who fell among the robbers? The pattern becomes clearer when we notice the order. The lawyer asked, "Who is my neighbor?" Jesus asks, "Which one became a neighbor?" This is the heart of the story. This is the main pattern reveal. Jesus does not let the lawyer define the wounded man from a distance. Jesus does not give him a list of people who qualify as neighbors. Jesus turns the question back on the person asking it. The deeper point is this: neighbor is not only a category someone else belongs to. Neighbor is something you become through mercy. The lawyer wanted to know who qualifies. Jesus shows him that the real question is whether he is willing to act. The lawyer wanted to draw a boundary. Jesus shows him that mercy erases the boundary by crossing it. The lawyer answers, "The one who showed mercy." Jesus says, "Go and do likewise." The Good Samaritan is not only about being nice. It is not only about helping someone in need. It is about the movement from religious identity to mercy, from boundary making to boundary crossing, from asking who counts as neighbor to becoming one. The priest and the Levite had sacred roles. They were visibly near to the temple. They belonged to the center of religious life. But they could not bend toward the wounded. The Samaritan had no religious standing in the eyes of the lawyer. He was the outsider, but he crossed the road. The real question is not only what happened then, but what it means now. It means that our ideas of holiness, identity, and belonging must survive contact with the wounded person on the road. It means that mercy is not about who qualifies. It is about who moves. It means that the test of what we believe is not only what we say about God or neighbor. It is whether we will cross the road when mercy costs us something. The wounded man is not a category. He is not a question to be answered from a distance. He is a test of what mercy means. The real question is not only who my neighbor is, the real question is whether I am willing to cross the road